Have you guys noticed that pretty much every video I've recorded on this channel is my opinion? And you guys seem to actually enjoy it. That's kind of weird. I do need to say, I did say there'll be a big project coming out in the last video I uploaded, but I hate to break it to you, I'm not started on it yet because in between the time of uploading my last video to now, I have just restarted college and I now have 2 jobs so I have to juggle along with college. Basically, at the end of each day, I'll probably be burning myself out. So it's going to be like very rare I record and upload a video for you guys, and also even more rare when I get free time to myself while I'm not recording the video and or getting projects kind of halfway done. I don't even know how to pronounce this. Halfway done for the next big project. So like Doctor Who or some special video that should be coming up. I made a promise I'll be up in August. Clearly it's not. And I'm going to say it's right now. I have no idea when it's going to be uploaded. I made a promise to Lucas it may be uploaded in September. I said I'm a man of my word. But this, with all the stuff that I had to prioritize over YouTube, I need to say it's not going to be uploaded for a while. So sorry if you know what this. Sorry if you have a good guess of what it will be. It is about the Linksy series, but I think from now onwards for maybe the next few weeks, maybe months, I'll be doing a lot of videos which don't require as much prepping for it, let's say. So for example, maybe a Beast review. I'm just going to say I'm getting ready for Specials Part 3 and I'm only at Chapter 2 for the second one. No, for the first one. And I started that book after the second Specials video was uploaded. So yeah, that's not really good, but yeah. So that may take a while. So what I'm basically saying is videos that won't take as much prepping, so Battle of the Beasts or these kinds of videos, you'll be seeing a lot more often, and that's kind of a good thing because you know what, I might as well say it now. Like I want to get this round 2 of Battle of the Beasts done. Simply because I'm already annoyed with the beast that automatically went through because there's an odd number of beasts. So the first one that got picked out, thanks to a random name generator that Lucas has. First one to be picked out will go straight through to round 3. Do you guys want to know what it is? So most of it's actually my least favourite beast that made it through to round 2. And now I made it through to round 3 and I'm just really pissed off. It's Tusk. Oh, fuck. It's Tusk! Tusk! It's Tusk! Yeah! Yeah, shouldn't make Claw go through. Ugh! I hate Tusk. Yes, I actually did chuck the book. I actually did chuck the book. Honestly, I don't even care if it's fine. I generally hate Tusk. So now that you guys know how much I hate Tusk, let's talk about Mamoswine. No, I'm joking. Let's talk about Mamoswine, a Pokemon I like. No, we're going to the dark types. There's no Mammoth-like Pokemon in the dark types, so that's good. Okay, so yeah, this video is the top 10 favourite dark type Pokemon. This is a 4.5 minute intro. And I didn't even say, hey guys, I'm not even gonna do that. So, 4.5 minutes in, let's get started with the video. So, top 10 favourite dark types. Been a while since I did the top 10 favourite bug types, but now I'm going to the dark types, and I'm just going to say, as you guys know, 3 honourable mentions per video. Yeah, apart from one, but that, you'll understand. I'll tell you why for that one, why there'll be more than 3 honourable mentions. But for dark types, there's 3 honourable mentions and just a list of 10, like you see with every top 10 video. Now, quick sorry about the dark types. The dark types are, well, I think it's kind of a fact that it's not the worst type. The worst type is clearly ice. That is my opinion. But ice types, if they have 1 resistance being themselves, along with 4 very common weaknesses, along with maybe some strengths which is super effective against, like dragon, grass, flying, and I know that ground. There are other types that could do their job better, like fairy, electric, fire, and water. Yes, I'm actually really proud of myself for doing that. Okay, so let's just go to dark types. Dark types are a lot better. They can do a good job, and they're immune to psychic. So it's kind of a shame they weren't in Gen 1. They were in Gen 2 though, so that's something, I guess. Yeah. So yeah, let's get started. So with the first honourable mention being my least favourite out of all the Pokemon I'm going to mention, apart from Mammothswine, is Liepard. Now, I know some of you are probably thinking, Liepard? You serious? That's like a rather bad Gen 5 Pokemon. It's a really bad Gen 5 Dark type. Granted, it may be. But I'm not saying Liepard's there because I like the fact it's a bad Dark type. I'm liking the fact that to the rival in Black and White Cherin, he uses one. And the fact that this Liepard kind of reminds me of Blue's Raticate. By the way, completely nonsensical theory here. Some people think that Red killed Blue's Raticate. I'm saying no. I'm saying he didn't because there's a such thing called the PC box. So maybe he just deposited Raticate because there's no way they'll hint the fact that the main character killed a Pokemon in a children's game. Yeah. So yeah, Liepard just kind of reminds me of Blue's Raticate for Cherin. And the fact that Cherin actually kind of dealt with how bad it gets in late game just shows that, wow, weak Pokemon can actually do good things. Like, have you seen Bidoof go through Black and White? It's absolutely hilarious and I love it. And there's also a Weedle that's gone through Kanto, Johto, and Hoenn. Yeah, there's so many videos about weak-ass Pokemon going through an entire region. And it's absolutely really interesting. If anything, my personal favourite is probably the Weedle going through Kanto, Johto, and Hoenn, because there's so many problems in the way for all of that, and it's just a Weedle that has Poison Sting, Struggle, and I think String Shot. So that's all it can get. It doesn't even evolve. So that's just hilarious. So I need to give props to the guy that actually does those playthroughs though, because honestly, I feel his torture. Like, he started the his trip with Weedle going through Sinnoh, and he hasn't uploaded it yet, and that was a month ago. So yeah, he's gonna be there for a while. Like, I could just imagine how much of a pain in the ass that Garchomp will be. But back to the topic at hand. Liepard. Yes, it is a weak Pokemon, but I kind of really appreciate the fact that Cherin went through the entire game, well, the entire region, with this Pokemon. And I'm willing to bet it probably just got sent out first, used Fake Out, and then maybe a setup move to maybe help out Cherin's other Pokemon to defeat the Gym Leader or the Elite Four. I can't remember if he actually does beat the Elite Four, but Gym Leaders mainly. So Liepard is there because I do like his kind of design, but mainly because Cherin had one in Black and White and he went through the entire region with it, when most people, like myself, would replace it with a Pokemon like Scrafty or Krookodile, because they're amazing. Like, you can't say no to them. It's like a law. If you say no to them, then you're basically saying no. For my cat. Yeah, if you're a cat person, you'll keep Liepard. Wow, we're 10 minutes in and we've already done the one Pokemon. Wow, I need to get a move on. Next Pokemon is Pangoro. Not really a real reason why Pangoro is here, but the fact it just looks kind of intimidating, but kind of cool at the same time. And it reminds me of a more aggressive version of Po from Kung Fu Panda. And it kind of fits in really well because it Po from Kung Fu Panda learns Kung Fu, so there's the fighting part. But he's like the most kind-hearted character there as well. And making Pangoro similar to Po, but more aggressive, kind of gives a reason like, oh yeah, I see why it has the dark side now. Moving on. Next is the... to some people, a legendary. To some people, a normal Pokemon. To some people, a normal Pokemon is kind of annoying to battle against when you have a multi-type team. And that's Zoroark. I have no idea why some people see it as a legendary. I get it had its own movie and it was introduced before the generation it was introduced in. But so was Lucario, and everyone... Okay, I need to call out Lucas on this because I think it makes no sense at all. Zoroark has its own movie, introduced before the region that you get it in, yeah. That you can obtain it in, and you get it rather late in the game, or not at all if you play Black and White, because I still haven't found it. Black and White 2 is kind of an exception because you get it around halfway through, but I'm talking about just Zoroark, not the pre-evolution. Lucario, one movie, introduced, a movie named after it, introduced before the generation it was obtainable in, obtained late game. By an egg. You can't even get a wild Lucario. You can get a wild Zoroark, but that's post-game in Black and White 2. So, I'm saying to people that think Zoroark is a legendary, but Lucario isn't, you guys make no sense, because it's kind of easier to get, yeah, well, granted. Actually, yeah, that's a good point. It's easier to get Zoroark than Lucario. Because you get an egg from Riley in Iron Island, you hatch it into a Riolu, and you evolve by friendship during the day. And for some people, that is literal hell. To get a Lucario was leveling up a Riolu during the day. And then there's Zoroark, which you can either get a Zoro in Driftvale City in Black and White, and just level it up and get a Zorua. Then you get Zorua, level it up, and then Zoroark at level 30, I think. So, it's easier to get a Zoroark than it is to get a Lucario. So, I don't really want to insult anyone if they actually think that and they actually do like our content, because I don't want to lose subscribers. I'm going to be honest with you. Take this with a little grain of salt, and that I joke around a lot. You guys make no sense. I need to be completely honest about that. So, yeah, Zoroark is not a legendary. It's easier to get than Lucario. But Lucario is just more popular, so, yeah. Number 10 is Houndoom. We're finally at the top 10 now. I'm 13 minutes in. Wow, this is a long-ass video. Number 10 is Houndoom. Wow, Houndoom. It's Satan's pet, and one of my favourite Elite Four members, Malva, actually uses one in the anime and in the games, and, well, X and Y. Problem is, though, that in X and Y, everyone is easy. Like, the hardest gym leader is Grant, and he's the second gym leader. So there's kind of high hopes for how hard the other gym leaders are. I'm kind of disappointed about that, actually, because I wanted X and Y to be great. But no. You get easiness until Grant, then easiness after. Woohoo. Yeah, Houndoom's there because I do like its design. It is Satan's pet, and it's owned by my favourite Elite Four member. I have used one a couple of times. It's just the fact that it just doesn't... it doesn't do great. It just doesn't do great. No, the people I battle don't even give it a chance. Like, oh my god, it's Houndoom! You surf. Or Waterfall. Or, heck, maybe All Out Pummeling or Hydro Vortex. Moving on to number 9, we have probably one of the best legendary / mythical Pokemon there is. And you guys probably know it because it's like the only good dark type legendary or mythical. And that's Darkrai. It had its own movie after it. You can only get it in an event, so it's already like, well, with the exception of the movie, like just ignore the movie for a second. The movie was alright, just not great. But there is like you only get it in Diamond, Pearl, and Platinum in an event. Sorry, just Platinum in an event. That is done, and you never get back. Then after that, there's really no way of getting it unless you're just some lucky bastard that gets it from a Wonder Trade, or you have some really good Pokemon in a future game where there's someone on GTS saying, "Hey, I'm giving away Darkrai. Who wants it?" I was like, "Okay, I'll just give away my Groudon." Yeah, just give away Groudon and you get a Darkrai, apparently. I'm not really sure how people get... I generally think people are hacking these Darkrais. So I generally have no idea how people get Darkrais in the future generations. Because someone I know has a Darkrai, and he's saying he got it himself. And Lucas, I'm not talking about you. But when I said, "Oh, okay, so you did Pokemon Bank?" And he said, "What the hell is Pokemon Bank?" So, if you guys don't know what Pokemon Bank is basically the only way, as far as I'm aware, of how you can trade one Pokemon from a previous generation to another. And if you're going to get it in Sinnoh, there's absolutely no way you get a Darkrai unless you hack it in. And I will say it myself, I did hack a Darkrai in Black and White 2. I'm actually really ashamed of it now because I hacked in a lot of legendaries and a lot of shiny Pokemon. I'm not proud of it because it just made the game way too easy. And I like a challenge, hence why X and Y didn't really give a good standard to me. Yeah. Number 8, we have Scrafty. Scrafty I have really good experiences with. I used it in my dark type mono run and I think my fighting type mono run of Sun and Moon. For the dark types, I nicknamed it Hoodlum after one of my favourite Poketubers, Hoodlum Scrafty. And in the fighting one, I can't remember what I named it, but for the sake of hilarity, let's call it Slim Shady. So, yeah, it probably isn't. I know it's not called Slim Shady. I generally can't remember what it's called. I probably just gave it, like, one of those really... I normally give these really intimidating Pokemon really hilarious names. Like, I remember I had a Jagauji called Al and Pelipper Philip after one of my uncles who kind of loves the ocean for some reason and is obsessed with pelicans, and I absolutely hate pelicans. So you could tell I used that one in the electric type trial. So, yeah. That is no insult to my uncle. I do love my uncle. He's just not around. Like, I know he's in New Zealand, but he can pop by and say hello every now and then. Maybe give us a call. Yeah. So, yeah, Scrafty. Why did I get to Pelipper and I went to Scrafty? Scrafty, I use it a lot. It's really useful in the mono runs, mainly. Battles I have against my friends with Scrafty, not as good, but most of the Pokemon here, I don't even class with the battles that I have against my friends, because they just one-shot them. But next Pokemon I will be using with battles against my friends because, well, this one actually can take a hit. And that's Tyranitar. Tyranitar is the Godzilla of Pokemon. And add even more hilarity, it can shoot lasers out of its mouth, like Ice Beam. Yeah, I think can it learn Ice Beam? I'm not sure. It could Hyper Beam. There we are. I know it can learn Hyper Beam. Tyranitar has just been like one of the best dark types since dark types were introduced, since Gen 2. There's really no major problem with Tyranitar. The only problem I could see is that it's just really hard to level up when it's a Larvitar and a Pupitar. But if you take the long journey, you start off with a bad Pokemon, but then you get a good one. And everyone loves a good Pokemon. Come on. You love a good Pokemon. Yeah. Great design. I love its Mega, by the way. And its ability Sandstream. It just helps out a lot in Rock-type battles. I do. Like, I haven't gone through Sun and Moon with a Rock-type team. I will be using Tyranitar when I get it, eventually. Yeah, level 45, I think. 45 or 50, I'm not sure. Definitely before, because I know how most of these monotype runs go. I'll guess it definitely before the first battle with Lusamine. So that's when it matters. But Tyranitar, yeah, I love its ability, and it really helps a lot when you, let's say, use it along with, let's say you use Tyranitar and Excadrill in a double battle, and the Excadrill has Sand Rush, whilst Tyranitar has Sandstream. If you don't know what Sand Rush does, it basically increases the Pokemon's speed when it's in the Sandstorm, making Excadrill probably the fastest Pokemon out there. And to add on to the fact that with Sandstorm it boosts the power of Steel, Ground, and Rock type moves. That's basically Lawn Day in Hell. Yeah, it is quite dangerous, and I've been on the receiving end of that, and I've also been on the given end of that. Yeah, it's been good, but not really the best strategy because they're both weak to water, and if someone sends out a Pokemon with Drizzle or uses Rain Dance, you're screwed. So moving on to number 6, we have Krookodile. Like I said, Krookodile is basically like the Scrafty, but I actually do remember the nicknames I gave to Krookodile. No, I can't. I can't remember one, and that was Shades. There was another Krookodile I had, but I generally can't remember the name. Wait, did I actually use one in my Dark type mon? Yes, I did. I remember. I lost it to Red Slapras. Yeah, I know it's a stupid thing on my part, but I had +1 in attack, and I had Brick Break. Okay, it was close. Just no cigar. Just yeah. Krookodile. Krookodile, I love its design. It was very useful in the monotype runs I did with it, and it's actually been proven useful against battles with my friends because they actually can't one-shot it unless they use a Z-move. Thank you, Reese. But it's kind of proven use. And I had tons of great experiences with it through Black and White. It's just been amazing. But I do need to say what prevents it from getting high in this list, the fact that I had better experience with the other Dark types than Krookodile. But Krookodile still has a place in my heart as probably one of the most badass Pokemon, and probably my favourite Pokemon from Ash's Unova team. Because most of the Pokemon in Ash's Unova team are kind of useless. Actually, no. Krookodile's not my favourite Pokemon in Ash's Unova team. It's my second favourite. Because you can't beat Leavanny. And Lucas, shut up about the fact that you one-shotted it, okay? I know you one-shotted it. It's just not the same Leavanny, okay? Plus, it gets a major nerf in future generations. Yeah. Moving on to number 5. We have probably... I'm not even going to... Oh, okay, I was going to say the hardest Dark type to obtain, but there are 2 more which are just as hard. So I'm going to say... Probably the one with the most resistances. Yeah, well it is. It's part steel. So Bisharp. I love its design. I love its appearances in the anime. Mainly Alan's Bisharp in X, Y, and Z. It was amazing in that battle, and yeah, it kind of made Goodra seem useless in the league, but at least it was there. Bisharp, I had great experiences with it. I don't think I used it in Steel or Dark type because of the late level it evolves at. But then that's me saying I'm going to be using Aron and Larvitar in a rock type monotype. There's not that many good rock types, okay? And Bisharp has tons of resistances. It's 4 times weak to fighting, that's a problem, but its abilities are Inner Focus and Defiant, so if you get hit by Fake Out, it won't flinch with Inner Focus and Defiant. I believe if you get flinched, your attack raises. It's either that or you get hit by crit. But if you get hit by crit and you're using Bisharp, your ass is dead. You're not surviving that. Moving on to number 4, we have debatably the most annoying Pokemon to evolve. Like, and it's probably, unless you really want it in black and white, unless you really want it for black and white, and you catch it, then go straight to the league, you're not even going to get its final evolution. It evolves to level 64. And I'm not doing that. No. Hydreigon. I love it. Don't get me wrong, it's based off a Hydra. And I love my Hydras. I love my Greek mythology a lot, don't I? Especially centaurs. I prefer Hydras more though. Cyclops? No, I hate the Cyclops. No, I'll stick with the Hydra. Hydreigon. I love its design. I love that it's been useful in every battle I used it in. Apart from one. And it was one of the original 6 Pokemon that I used to defeat an entire team of Legendaries back in when Gen 5 was the new generation. Which was really surprising because back then I had no idea what I was doing. I was just hitting random moves and somehow I did it. Yeah. But Hydreigon. It seems to have got a bit of a nerf over time. But the level in which it evolves has still remained the same. And I know what you're going to say. It stayed the same for every Pokemon. No, it has not. It has changed for some Pokemon. A prime example would be Feebas and Milotic. In Gen 3 and 4, and maybe 5, you had to, maybe 6 as well, you had to raise Feebas' beauty by winning contests. Mainly beauty-themed contests. Which is kind of annoying. But then you get to Gen 7, that I know of, and maybe Gen 6. I'm generally not sure on that one. You just give Feebas a prism scale, level it up once, and it evolves. So, yeah, method of changing has changed over time. Hydreigon's level from Zweilous to Hydreigon can go down a bit because no one wants to raise Pokemon until 64. And you're not going to get it till after you beat Ghetsis in black and white unless you actually grind in Victory Road. Which is really annoying. Because it's just wasting a bunch of time that you could be using beating level and crap out of all the Elite Four, N, and Ghetsis. That and most people will have a full team of 6 by then. Same with Bisharp, really. Moving on to number 3, we have Weavile. Honestly, I'm honestly surprised that Ice type made it this far up the list. I generally hate my Ice types. But Weavile kind of set something different. Because it is kind of useful in the battles I have against my friends. I was going to use it in the Ice type mono run I'll be doing soon. But I learned how hard it is to get a Razor Fang. Because you can only get Razor Claw, You can only get that from a Jangmo-O with a 5% chance unless you SOS chain it to a Kommo-O, which is probably like a 10% chance in appearing. That's a 50% chance in having the damn thing. It's just really tedious to do, and it's already hard enough to find a Jangmo-O as it is. Basically, what I'm saying is I've tried SOS chaining to get at least one Razor Claw, but I didn't. And I've been at that for 2 or 3 hours. And yeah, that was in free time, but I do need to say, in my free time, I prefer to either spend it with friends, family, or going through a monotype run in Sun and Moon. Because there are other things I prioritise over YouTube, but don't say it's like the one thing I do not like to do. It does seem I'm not interested in some videos, but in other videos I seem ecstatic. For some reason. I don't even know why I do that, but there are other things that prioritise over YouTube, like with most people. But I do need to say, it's not exactly my least favourite thing to do. If it is my least favourite thing to do, would I still be here? No, I wouldn't. But anyway, moving on. Weavile. Love its design. It was really useful in the Platinum playthrough. Like in my Platinum playthrough. Yeah, that's the one time an ice type was useful in a playthrough of Pokemon. And it was only useful using Ice Punch, Night Slash, Dig, and I believe Aerial Ace. Basically, not overly strong moves, but they were moves that can... This was moves that goes on a very quick Pokemon, like deal a quick jab to the Pokemon before it faints. Or in Garchomp's case, a good Ice Punch will one-shot it. And that was kind of good that happened, because the only other hope I had was a Garchomp that was under level to it. Meaning that Garchomp will outspeed, 100%. Moving on, we have number 2 being Drapion. It's not really surprising that Drapion's here. Drapion's like the best, well, not the best, but one of the best Pokemon to ever exist. Its appearance in the anime, mainly with Ash versus Paul in the Sinnoh League, it took out half of Ash's team. And it does get annoying if you're a big Ash fanboy, but you have to admit it's kind of really funny and cool. And it's just really amazing. I love its design. I love how useful it is to use, like with its one weakness being ground. Give it Air Balloon and it's got no weakness. But then you just get hit once and then it now has a weakness to ground. But that's beside the point. It's still a good Pokemon. It's kind of really useful, and if you don't really tend to use it that often, just use it to set up Toxic Spikes. And then just, if you're still somehow alive, use Cross Poison, Ice Fang, or Crunch. Like, that's my moveset for my Drapion. Moving on to number 1. You lot probably guessed it. Consider I named 12 other dark types and this one hasn't appeared yet. You're probably like, yeah, this one's... Yep. No, not even... People that only seen the one video of mine and Reese's favourite Pokemon of each type, I said this one was my favourite Pokemon of all time. And that's Greninja. Greninja is the best dark type. It's the epitome... I can't even say the word. It's the definition of a dark type. Like, I admit it may not look like a dark type, but its hidden ability, Protein, is the definition of a dark type. And Protein is such an evil ability to go against, because it just changes its type of the move that you use. And I'm saying that as more like a... I'm not saying the dark type is an evil type, but in Japan, it's been translated to the evil type. So that's why I'm saying, yeah, Protein's kind of an evil ability, because it's just so cheeky, like Zoroark's ability, Illusion. And most of the moves that most dark types can learn, Foul Play, Thief, I believe, I can't remember what it's called, damn it, I knew I was going to do this, Foul Play, Thief, not Night Slash, Throat Chop, I think that's a dark type move. There's so many... Oh, Payback. There's Fling, I guess. There's so many dark type moves which have like an evil feeling to the name of the moves, like Fling and Thief especially, and Foul Play. This type is literally translated into, oh yeah, by the way, we cheat. And that's why I love the dark type, because it's so sly. And the fact that you have quite a good variety of dark types, like Honchkrow, Bishop, Greninja, Weavile, Drapion, or Hydreigon for that matter. Maybe Krookodile, Tyranitar. You have a good variety, and they'll have multiple types. They'll have a secondary type, which will be not as cheeky or evil, but still rather good. A main candidate would probably be Krookodile with Dark Ground. And maybe Honchkrow with Dark Flying. Because that gives you 2 immunities to rather common types. For Krookodile, be Electric and Psychic, and for Honchkrow, Ground and Psychic. And some people find this such to be really annoying to go against, because you have absolutely no idea what's going to happen. Like, you can predict probably a Dark type move for Stab, but if you get Greninja with Protein, heck, it doesn't even need Water and Dark type moves. It could just have 4 moves of types that have completely no relation to it, no common weaknesses, and is freaking impossible to take down. Because if this person with the Greninja plays Mind Games really well, has 4 moves with no common weaknesses, you just use 1 move, gets hit by a move that they predict is coming. So let's say a fighting type move, so they used Aerial Ace, it won't be very effective. So you get hit with an electric type move, but they use a grass type move like Grass Knot. If they play the Mind Games really well, that's just going to annoy the living crap out of you. Sorry, not you. I'm pointing to the wall. To you. And I will say I've not been that lucky, because it's kind of hard to find a moveset for Greninja which kind of don't share the same weaknesses. Like Aerial Ace and Grass Knot, already bad comparison because they're both weak to ice. So yeah, Greninja, I love its design. It was really useful in the XY playthrough I did, even though it didn't really help much because it was too easy. But it was incredibly useful for my Dark type mono run and my Water type mono run. Did I use Greninja Water type mono? I feel like I did, but I generally can't remember its name. In the Dark type mono run, I called it Zero-chan. In my Water type mono run, I generally can't remember what I named it. Hold on. I don't think I actually used one. I know I had a Greninja. I had so many Greninjas, but I know I had one I played through Kalos with called Genji, after the ninja-like character in Overwatch, because I know Reese would like that and appreciate it. I also named one Kokoga, after its Japanese name. And probably Kermit, just for absolutely no reason. But I feel like Politoed would be more suitable for that name, Kermit. But anyway, with that list being done and me talking for 38 minutes straight, this is like a Doctor Who review. There's not. Damn it. That is all for this time. If you liked what you saw, leave a like, or heard. Leave a like, leave a comment, don't forget to subscribe. I might be uploading the video tomorrow, but it'll probably be my top 10 favourite dragon types, plus 3 honourable mentions. I'm never going to stop doing that. But, yeah, until then, I'll see you next time.